think Nebs and Kero a little bit pincered right now. They're just looking to burn the material count, but pressure has been alleviated. Lobby has decided to look elsewhere. Nebs, Pink, and Kero scouted where they want to go next, but they want to make sure that no one is going to prevent them from pushing forward. It's largely just Fanai, Moneymaker, and Heidi. They might have to send some shots their way or see if they can get an opportunity to really wrap around them. Where Execution and Karama kind of fought their way into their current position.
My shoulder.
But all about the misformed movement.
Mira, mira. ¡Qué hacker! Está hackeando. Mira. ¿Quién? Mira la película. Venom, mira. Venom también está jugando, qué duro. Lo remató. ¿Pero qué hacker era?
As they heavily need that bit of extra shield, but you don't want to spend too much time in this fight. They're not in zone yet. They've secured the finish. No need to continue pursuing right now. The focus is on getting to zone. It is an elevated part here, so a lot of these trios have to go up a tiny ridge, meaning you don't want to take too much time. Cammy, though, is going to be one of the trios up above. There's a lot of big names that need a massive match here. And Cammy, Haria, and iDrop are one of them. Podesai being another one as well, directly below them. Art skill getting almost cracked.
And Cammy just trying to tabs, making sure that if they do get chopped, that they'll be able to utilize those dashes. A few charges still left in that dash right even, but it's a challenge.
Qué pros son esos tipos. Kaboom, dale un pato. Kaboom. Go, baboom. Ya tú niste. Hace tiempo. Mano, tú eres bien gorda. Si quieres ver a mi equipo. Muerto. Eres más noob que tu primito volando. ¡Ah! Giancarlo, el dinero. Te vas a morir. Estamos en la especie, Giancarlo. Yo estaba en tu equipo. ¿Tú no estás en mi equipo? No, se supone que tú tienes que estar en mi equipo. No. Tienes amigos tú. Tú tienes amigos, yo no. Yo tengo amigos, pero... Pero mire.
iDrop with that misform can always drop. He's got the dashes too, so he won't take any fall damage. But Flixie,
Venom, Vigo.
And the lowest layer playing towards that front side, just trying to push other teams back. Artis under so much heavy fire, doing everything in his power to try and hold these walls, but Pink, Kero, Nebs.
Tú estabas recuperando. No.
He's been knocked only this time. Pink and Nebs, they don't have the chance to try and play for that double revive. They've got to keep things moving. They know there's too many teams getting pulled into the congestion in this low ground. Venom, Vico, Flixie, waiting for
yo no me estaba reviviendo, ahora me voy a revivir.
They're refusing to let up any pressure. They're going to force these teams to the low ground to keep expending these misforms just to get to the front side.
Ooh, elevated themselves up. They might be starting to look up above. They know high ground team might be running low on materials here. It really depends where this second to last zone goes. Will it go back? Will it continue far? As Harry, Kami, iDrop now. Pressure's onto them as people are trying to drop them down. It's Vico, Venom, Flixie taking shots. They want to take a shot at high ground.
Podesai, art skill.
Hey, Joe. Ay, qué doble, en verdad. Ay, no llores, tranquila, no llores. No llores. Resiste, tú puedes. Eso, un segundito. Resiste. Resiste, que nosotros somos los primeros ahí, aquí mismo en la... no va a resistir, yo voy a cagar no. ¿Verdad? Los voy a matar. El diantro, un tipo encontró una exótica. Ve un tipo volando. Muerto. Tipo. Muerto. Giancarlo, te maté volando.
They can get a refresh. They might still be able to make something happen here, but for 9, he only has a sliver of HP. Podesai chasing him down.
The back-to-back drop, Tidy now only forced with one material left, doing what he can to stay up.
Tipo, no tengo internet. Ni yo. No tengo internet. ¿Muerto? Qué mentiroso, yo sé, tú sí tienes internet. No, yo estoy que veo, yo tengo internet, pero estoy como la gente camina y estoy lag. Es como que me quedo trabado. De repente yo vi a Giancarlo. Chomano, pero qué lag. Muerto, volando. Qué lag, mano. Me maté volando, Giancarlo. Qué lag. Muerto. Frozy está jugando. Surprises have happened here, Takata, and they bring it home at the end.
I know Levin's got a big smile on his face. He said, I told you they have what it takes. And in game 4, they closed it out, playing it patiently from the low ground. You can see the connections coming through from Ivan, Elim after Elim, putting the pressure on height, making sure his team is looking extra healthy for those final moments. And with the last shot getting connected, they're able to
qué lag, mano, esto que no puedo.
Major finals. Look, I need to stop speaking because I want to hear what Levin has to say
Estamos ganando,
about
Giancarlo.
qualifying.
So, Levin, you were saying the top 5 playing without pressure trios included a trio that qualified, I think, in 93rd place. And that trio just happened to get a victory royale. Talk to us about how you're feeling right now.
I'm just, look, I can say a lot right now. I love how Takara called them my team as well. He's like, yeah, 11's team, like I'm coaching them or something. Nah, it's not like that. Look, the reality is, you know, when you've been watching Fortnite as long as I have, the eyes don't lie. Do you know what I'm saying? This team passed the eye test. When I've watched them, they've played really good Fortnite, and they've done it as well in previous group stages this year. It's not like they're a team from out of nowhere completely. They've had experience in lobbies like this. You know, to close out the win in that way was very clinical of them. And some pop-up players as well. Bigger limbs. It's not like they just walked through and they were playing, you know, low ground, hiding in the lobby, and they bided their time. Nah, they took the game by storm there, Mini.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the chaos up on high ground actually really helped them out because, of course, so many players up there were really trying to go for it. It was a bit of a mess up there for a lot of time, and I think a lot of those players were then dropping on down to the low ground, in which case these guys are like, yeah, come on down, we'll have all that loot, and they just played it so well, again, sticking together so well, using that experience in these sort of lobbies to their advantage as well, and I think it's just really well played from these guys when it comes to their fragging ability. You mentioned at the beginning of the show, Levin, expecting big things, and here they are doing it.
Love to see it.
Giancarlo.
We're going to head to a short break. As you can tell, I'm back. I will not be interrupting my analysts.
¿Qué pasó, Yeriel? Ahora Espera. Ganamos.
Welcome back to FNCX Europe. We have got just one more game left of Group 3. There's going to be some trios already preparing for the last chance qualifier, but every single trio still has the chance to qualify if they manage to get a victory royale in this final game. However, we have to talk about the trios where they currently stand in terms of consistency. Vico, Flixie and Veno, they had a poor start to the lobby. However, they're starting to pick up on 11.
Yeah, they're picking things up. That game was a bit of a clean
one. Todavía. Uy.
A bit more control. They had a bit more of a sense of direction, really.
Yeah, they did. It was a lot better from these guys. It's exactly what we would expect to see from these guys in terms of the way that they're playing. I really like the way that they tried to go for height as well. That was sort of later on. They tried to do that sort of retake that they do so well, getting to that front side, spraying out height, and then making their way up. I think it was Veno that went down inside of the storm, and then Vico tried to help them out, try to get some, of the loot off of Veno's body.
No te doy nada.
Quite work out for them. That sort of send them into a little bit of a frenzy, but some of the best teams like these guys can pick up the pieces in those situations. And when you have players like Flixie and Veno, and Vico, I should say, that are just able to duo clutch like that, you know you're going to be down for a good game.
If we take a look at the standings as well, we can see that, I mean, as well as this lobby being incredibly competitive, I guess that's what you'd expect. You might not expect Akira, Karama and Werix to be right at the top of the consistency leaderboard, Mini Miner.
I mean, it's consistency, but it's also fragging. Look at that, 35 points for those, 35 eliminations, I should say, for these guys right now. Absolutely incredible. They're getting a lot of them in these sort of end game stages as well, when they're getting to these positions really well, and of course making the most of it when they get there. I think this could be the best French team that's on the region right now.
No, this has truly been a masterclass in endgame fragging from these guys. Mechanically, all of them are just feeling it, right? All of them have had their moments. Akira in this game was the one that was popping off. In the other game, it was Werix, who claims he has no aim in his name, who was absolutely out-aiming everyone he was dueling. So all of these guys can do it. They can all step up, Kurama especially as well. Let me shout him out. I'm loving what I'm seeing from these guys right now.
Yeah, Werix is just conditioning his opponents. Let's talk about our other French trio then. Podesai, X-Squeeze and Artskill. Now, they got given Demon's Domain for free after Queasy's victory royale in game number 2, but have they been capitalizing on it, Levin?
This had to be the game. This really did. They're primed up on height. Yes, they're a duo. But, you know, they survive, right? They survive some of the more difficult parts. Like when Werix is coming up, if he hits a couple big shots and maybe a game's done there, it's these final closing moments against Ivan's trio below. That 4 damage from Podesai honestly could be the difference maker. Maybe he's able to stay alive there, take down Ifrozy, and then you have a 2v1 against Artist right above, and then you might, you know, you give yourself a chance, that you give yourself a
No.
The small margins are the difference makers here. They're just on the outside mini, but if they don't make it now, they'll be looking back at that game as, wow, we really had our chance there.
Yeah, misplay. I think he was stuck inside of two minds there. Do I go back into the zone, try and help out Frag? Do I try and go back into the storm and then heal off with this Chug Jug, maybe find some extra heals? Don't think Podesai was quite too aware as to what he was doing right there, but they've put themselves in a good position. 12th place, they can still clutch up.
This group is 2 stacks, bro. Look at the page right now. Look at the amount of names who might not make it. I'm looking straight at 14. I drop Hari and Cammy right now on the outside of the consistency places. A good game will do it for them here. But that is a load of pressure on this game, right? Pressure that I'm sure they can handle. But this is a team, they've not been anonymous today. Like, they've had really good games. We've seen them up on high. We've seen them in situations primed to win games. And the possibility of these guys not even making it through to the major finals after this next game would be catastrophic. This would be a huge upset.
Well, I thought this was going to be the game for them. They set up really well. They did exactly what Cammy's known for, being in a good position, now playing high as well. Just lacking those eliminations we saw right there. I think they had 2 for the team. They weren't ever going to be able to have the materials to stay up there. So they need to turn it on now for this last game because it's now or never.
Well, when we saw the lobby list for Group 3, we all knew that heartbreak was going to be inevitable. There's going to be tears for some of these trios. Some of them tears of joy because they will have qualified for the Major 3 finals after this game. Take it away, Taco and Takata.
Look, I know everybody can't be winners here today, Takata, but it is brutal what might take place after this final lobby. Everything is essentially on the line because, again, nobody wants to try and stake their bets through the last chance qualifier.
I'm scared, and I'm not even playing. I'm just watching the games, and I'm feeling the pressure from spectating these matches. Levin was pointing it out, but the amount of names on that second page not yet in qualifying range, it's looking like a finals already, and this is just the 3rd group. 1 match is all that's left before we see our final trios that are going to qualify to the major finals. The only thing left after this final group stage is that last chance qualifier where 3 trios make it through, but we don't have to wait any longer. Let's kick off the last game of the day.
And even when we step away from that consistency, 1 spot left up for grabs in winning this final match here, Takata. And in Game 5, I truly believe we are about to witness some real maniacs on display. Because some of these teams, they know I don't have a singular chance. I've been losing every single one of these 50-50s off spawns. I only have the win as my win con. And Karma, Sato, Split, for the first time ever, uncontested at Outpost. The message has been established. This is our turf.
I mean, it's a good time to be uncontested. Sato and his trio are literally the cutoff. They're in 10th place right now, so they do need to have a decent match here, and now the safety of being uncontested is going to give them a little bit of time to relax, but a drop spot that has been contested basically every single match throughout the day except for 1 is Canyon Crossing.
Could be some serious trouble on the horizon here for Hammy, Kev, and Ratty. They've largely been getting the better end of this exchange, but any delay is still a delay. Pump Power also shifting a bit here. Keto having already been knocked. Mongrel and Ijo, they're gonna have to hit the road here. This is their last chance, and they basically need a win to pull through, Takata.
Seeing them win in the last match would be hype, but they've got a long ways to go, and the way it's looking right now, no more builds. 14 shots total for Mongrel with a full trio that has shield pushing you. I give them a 10% chance here to come out on top.
You almost want to close your eyes. You kind of just don't want to watch it happen. Not again. Mongrel missing the level of competition that we're dealing with. Mongrel has been knocked.